Okay, welcome to the first episode of Above the Bridge. Want to introduce my producer, boy band John. What's up, John?
Oh,
Where'd he go?
what's up,
All
John?
right, so this is the first episode of Above the Bridge podcast. It's kind of exciting. I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll get through it. Let's see. Today, my guest for today, and it had to be this guy for the first episode. It's my brother, my best friend, the person that lights the fire under me when I'm not motivated, and everybody know him as DJ HAPA Boy, but to me, it's my brother Taylor Tadani. What's up, man?
Oh, how's it? Thanks for having me.
That was, of course, intro could have been better, but
Nah,
yeah, I didn't want to get emo.
it's all good.
So how you been, man?
Shoot, been busy now. This whole COVID thing's changing everybody's lives, you know. So
For sure, bro. It's kind of lame. I don't get to see you every week. I mean, at the clubs and stuff. Like, it's definitely different. You know what I mean? It's like definitely not something that we planned for.
nah,
For being a DJ and pretty much a promoter, this pandemic thing just kind of hit you from the side. Like, there's no way anybody could have prepared for that. And at the time being, when you were DJing every week, that was kind of your main source of income. So it's like,
yeah.
what do you do?
Shoot, I mean, it pretty much hit all of us. I mean, I'm glad you have a steady job behind that, but besides the promotion, also like it took all of us out, you know.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
like you said, for me, that's pretty much my main income. And I mean, going from DJing almost every night to completely zero and not allowed to, yeah, it can be scary, but I just can't go out like that, you know. That's not
Oh
in
yeah.
our
Well,
way.
I wouldn't expect anything. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's like it was cool at the beginning. We had a little break. I didn't think it was gonna take this long, and then it's like, okay, man, now I'm itchy to get back to doing promotions and stuff. But
Yeah, that
I
that
mean,
first
I think we all needed a break for a little bit. But bro, this is too long.
that first month, I was already trying to plan, like, oh, okay, how long is this gonna last? I mean, half the gigs already started kind of canceling. I mean,
Yeah.
from weddings to birthdays, like it's not just club stuff, like it's nonstop. And it it definitely this thing took a toll on my profession and made it unessential anymore. Like no one wants to go to the club or go out or like, yeah.
So as this pandemic progressed throughout the last couple months, what have you been doing, dude? Like, I know you're on Twitch right now, but like,
Yeah,
it's like,
that was kind of the next move. I was looking to what other DJs were doing and like what they were up to, and a lot of the big names were getting help from their nightclubs that they are working at and stuff like that, which
you
I
didn't get
pretty
any
much
help from the nightclub we're working at.
pretty much knew that wasn't gonna come through for us. So um yeah, I knew I had to start like making moves. I've shit, to be honest, I mean, yeah, I went through a little bit of depression and like worried and stressed and like because I mean it was coming down to like I was trying to think of other ways I'm gonna get income uh to pay the bills, you know. And the Twitch thing and DJing live stream was to get uh get and keep the relevancy of being a DJ without being able to DJ out in public. Like, how's anybody going to keep up and know
That's
that you're
true.
still DJing? And
Well, that's how DJs are. Like, I know the industry is like, if you're not out there putting out content, well, you can't in the club. But it's like, if you miss like a month of DJing in Hawaii, you're kind of forgotten. You know what I mean? It's like, unless you're constantly doing something, you know what I mean? Like when you go on your trips, it's like the vibes. Like, say you go on tour and you like how you went to different tours, like the vibe changes, like for the event that you're supposed to be at when you're not there. And it's something that if you're not constantly there, then it's like, oh man, somebody else might grab your spot. You know what I mean? I guess not for you, but like for some DJs, I mean, that's how you became our DJ. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
people don't have their foot on the pedal. There's always somebody that's going to overtake you. You know what I mean?
yeah. And the worst problem is there's, especially in Hawaii, and I hear in other places, is there's a DJ that will work for cheaper, which is not that great. It's like a tattoo artist, you know what I mean? Like, you just really don't want to pay someone cheaper, because the quality of professionalism and the sound coming out of the speakers, you're not gonna get your money's worth.
Well, you get what you pay for, huh? You get what you pay
exactly. For. So
well, I guess I mean, go ahead.
I was never worried. No, I was never worried about that, like with mine, because like I know if they're hiring me, I'm gonna go do my job and like put on, you know. And if there was someone gonna step up and do better or more than me than that, like, let's see it, you know. But it's crazy to think how quick it got pulled under the rug, got pulled under me, or under everybody for this. So the DJing live stream is keeping it fun for everybody and me, to keep my tools sharp, you know. Like, I gotta keep DJing somehow. Like, if I just don't DJ during this entire pandemic and like wait to get gigs, like, I'm gonna be all rusty, and no one likes that.
Well, how does it feel like DJing? Because technically you're not DJing in front of anybody. You know what I mean? Like, physically. Yeah. I know, like virtually you are. So it's hard to read the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, so it becomes more of a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I mean,
I've
watched your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. It's what I'm trying to learn. I'm not trying to learn. I'm learning something every time, because, like you said, I don't have a crowd to read or anything or vibe off of. I have a chat. Like, it's like an AIM chat. So it's like the hype is coming from there, which it does. Like, shoot, 30, 50 people in your room, like, and half of them, half of them are all over the world, and they're all getting along and like vibing off your music. And then that's the difference, is I can't just do that. Like, I gotta play music, and then I gotta acknowledge everybody. I gotta like say thank you for subscribing and following and all this extra stuff. Things you don't do at the club. Like, I talk on the mic, but it's like, go get some damn drinks. You know, like, it's not that much of hosting. So that's what I'm including more and having to add to the show. And the production is not just DJing, but I'm hosting. I'm making sure everybody feels comfortable and having fun. So
it is fun.
I like it.
Okay, so yeah, it's like, for me, like, okay, so you're on Twitch, right? That's the new thing, right, for DJs, is the Twitch app. Every Sunday at, was it 8 o'clock?
8 p.m. Yeah, I'm actually. That's why I kind of showed up a little late. I was working on my logo. I just named kind of the night and the event, so it's called Sunday Session. Session every Sunday, 8 p.m. Twitch.tv/DJ HAPA BOY.
Nice. I mean, I'm on it when you're there on Sundays, and it's definitely not just watching you DJ, because honestly that'd be a little boring after like the first hour. So what it is like you put on a show. It's like you have little video clips, comedians, and it's definitely not just watching you DJ. So that to me is where the value is. It's becomes like a
Twitch
show
gave us
with
that.
good music.
Yeah, Twitch gave us that opportunity, like having a chat and stuff, so people can go to Twitch, make an account for free. It's super quick, like it's less than a minute and to join, and then you go to your streamer or your DJ or your gamer or whatever you're watching. The Twitch is not just video games, it's everything. Like any type of art or passion that someone has, it's probably being live streamed. Like you'd trip out, like you just type it in and you're like, oh, someone's doing that, oh wow. And then you learn, and like it's nuts. Like you'd expect not to like sit there and watch someone play games. Like you said that, right? And like,
yeah, for sure.
It's you just catch yourself, like, especially during these times, like instead of doing feeling negative or anything, like you can go on to Twitch and just catch some good vibes. Everybody on Twitch, the community on there is really positive and helpful to everybody else, and it's so different from Instagram. Like Instagram is freaking negative, man. Holy moly.
There's a lot of haters on Instagram. But like, okay, so that's what one thing I want to talk to you about is social media. Like you're pretty like on social media, like, and it's like, okay, for me, like I know you like a brother. From the person you are on social media, that doesn't depict you as in my opinion, it doesn't depict you as like Taylor Tadani. It's like, for me, like it doesn't show your loyalty, it doesn't show your heart, it doesn't show you know what I mean? It shows DJ HAPA BOY, and it shows the and it's a marketing tool, you know what I mean? Like we always talk about it. As soon as we're done promoting and like Instagram's done, our social media's done, like I'm tossing it. Like,
I can't wait for that day. Like that's the reason I think, like you what you're pointing out is not visual or as visual. Like I try to slip it in every once in a while, but it's nothing close to what I'm actually doing every day. I try. I'm running like 4 or 5 accounts because of my other businesses and stuff, so I really try my best to be attentive to all of them. But at the same time, when it comes to my real personal life, like shoot, I just forget to film the movie I eat ever. Like I'm worried about the commercial I gotta make and post rather than like my fried rice or like like it's just I have a hard time balancing my personal and my business for social media. I know some people are probably better than that and stuff, but I mean it's just
it's
one day it'll be my account. You know what I mean? I'll change it, the Taylor Tadani. Like one day. But as of now, shoot, I got a lot of things I still want to do and goals, and it's fun showing off the journey and the process to people. That's what I'm learning now.
For sure.
And
exactly. Like just with this podcast starting it, like the journey was super fun for me, you know what I mean? Like so I understand like every little thing you've been doing over the
like no one really saw what you did behind the scenes, but there was a lot of freaking work. Like there's people like that who will post and show every little bit of thing they're doing, you know what I mean? And heck, right, that helps them get through their day and get their work done. Good for them, you know. But I just don't have time to get it all in, but I try to. But at the same time, I enjoy the journey of it. So like when I get that, like the positivity coming back and that feedback of like, oh, that's such a cool video, or oh, I love that song, or just little things like that is what keeps the fire burning for me. And seeing like shitty people like accomplish stuff. Like you're like that person did it. Oh, I got this.
Yeah.
Like I can do
that's the
this.
motivation.
Like,
yeah.
what? Like it's funny how that works, but
well, I guess like social media is always gonna be perception. You know what I mean? It's like you can look at it in a positive way or like a negative way. Like I find myself looking at it a lot negative just because it's like, brah, all these girls on Instagram, like I cannot, brah. It's like I see. I was in the grocery store the other day, and this dude was filming his chick do a TikTok video, or like, and she was like with the dance moves, and like she kept making him refilm it, and like that guy just looked like he was.
So you saw me in the store.
No, it wasn't you. Oh, it wasn't you.
Saw me filming my girl. Oh, okay.
Bro, I wanted to like go buy a fucking beer and give it to the guy. And I looked at him and he looked at me. I'm like, rough. He goes, you have no idea. And this chick was just like, bro, you know that they're at home for hours practicing their little dance. And you know they video it at least 17 times. And they pick like from start to finish, that's at least 2 hours, 3 hours of your life. Exactly. It's like,
oh, you get them.
And then
you
like
get them.
that's the one.
Oh.
But it's like, bruh, it's like, what is that important? Like, so you're gonna get like, honestly, if Instagram went down, you know how many people's lives would just be nothing. Like their whole life would be just, okay, what do I do now?
Without
and I think
media,
I talked
the click off.
It's like, what are you gonna do if that's
like
your
if
whole
it
life?
just,
like,
what would happen? Yeah, if just someone just switched off
Yeah.
social media, like, oh, it would be chaos. No one would be able
or
to
if
handle it.
Instagram, or if Instagram accidentally deleted all one of these influencers followers, like, oh, that'd be worse than the pandemic.
it would be chaos for sure. And I'm sure, like, I mean, there's those guys that'll adapt, guys and girls that'll adapt and figure something out. But like, I guess being social media influencer or whatever is a thing. But like, what happens when it's gone? People. You know what I mean?
Well, I think I talked to you about this before.
The backbone is
disappointing. Yeah. It's like, brah, I'm at Lani Kai, right? We're at Lani Kai, and there's this group of girls, and they spent. We're literally like watching them take pictures and videos for like an hour straight, and they would take a picture, look at it, and just do that for a whole hour, and go home. And it's like, okay, it's like, brah, it's like these tourists fly from the mainland here to come enjoy, and Lani Kai is like one of the nicest beaches on earth, and all they were invested in was like showing their friends on Instagram that they're at the beach. I'm like, you're not even enjoying the beach. It's like, put your phone down and jump in the water and enjoy the scenery. It's like it's super sad. And like as a dad, it's like, oh, there's no way I can let my daughter turn into that kind of person where whatever matters to them most is their perception on social media. And brah, it's like, I can't understand taking a picture, post it. This is cool. Take a picture, but like for an hour of straight poses and brah, it's like I wanted to get their phone and throw in the water and say, "Go, this is Lani Kai. Go look." Like
honestly, it's not just girls, brah. You see the brah that's doing it too. It's like.
I better not catch one of my friends doing a TikTok video at Safeway.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But I mean, at the same time, like, to each his own. You know, like, that's fine.
Yeah,
do that.
I mean, that's cool, but it's disappointing.
Over this next generation. Yeah, that's kind of their focus, and it's scary and sad.
Yeah, and like, even, okay, so I think I told you one time, like, I was at this the Third Eye Blind concert, and we're watching the concert, and he's about to sing one of his pretty famous songs, and like we're all into it. Yeah, and then he stops the concert. He stops the concert, and then he straight up is like, okay, everybody put your phones down. I want everybody here to connect with me in real time, not behind a screen, and enjoy this song with us as it's meant to be heard. And like, oh, I just was like, brah, that needed to be said. It's like, and like everybody put their phones down, and like that was the song. Everybody just was singing, and I was like, wow, that resonated with me. I was like, brah, that's how life should be. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's living behind their phones, and I do it too. You know what I mean? It's like I'm always like looking up sports scores. Like I'm always on my phone, where sometimes it's like, right, I don't even realize my daughter's wanting to play, or like something could be done. Like we could be working or doing something productive, and it gets lost in behind your screen. And that's where I think this gen and there's one more thing about having phones. Like when you're a little kid, you know how much bullshit you talk to your friends about? Like when you're a little kid, you make up all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like these kids can't do that because their friend would bust out their phone and be like, that's not true. I looked on Google. Half of our conversations was bullshit, like trying to get our friends to believe it. You know what I mean? And it's now nobody can do that. So their imagination is out the window.
Well, the nuts part is people are still doing it regardless, and having to make people check. And you know what I mean? No, but they have like that. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of shit talking on Instagram, but like at the same time, the way awareness spreads and stuff, like positive things, like it does happen, and that's when social media is a huge key for things, you know, like but overall, I don't know what the future is going to hold for the internet and social media, but
it's
gotta roll
a good
with the
marketing
punches,
tool.
bro. Like
that's what
I love. That's what I love about social media is as a marketing tool, like business and also keeping in touch. Like there's people I haven't seen since King Intermediate, but but it's like, or when I lived in Kona, like I see they have 2 kids, you know what I mean? They're living their life. Like it's cool to see that still without having to talk to them or whatever. Like I personally like to send out messages every once in a while, just to like, even if it's a shaka, like just show some love and like, and spread that positivity. And it's so easy to do, like so easy to do.
For sure. Honestly, so social media does help with marketing, and to be honest, like if we take it back a while ago, like we were the first making all the promo videos. Like we made those AGN videos, the craziest, funniest
skits.
Are they still on YouTube?
Comedic things, like all of that. Like it's already been done, but it's fun to watch. Like it's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Do you still have those videos?
Some of them
on your YouTube?
Some of them are on the internet somewhere, and some of them are on some hard drives.
Oh, if it's on YouTube, they're on your YouTube.
Yeah, that's all the
anybody goes on DJ HAPA BOY. Flip cam. That was like the
flip cam.
that was our media.
Yeah, I was basically going around the club with my flashlight and the flip cam and catching all the naughty stuff.
Oh, that if that hard drive could see the light of day.
I have something on everybody in the night industry. Just kidding.
Hey, that's what we can do for like if this pandemic keeps going on, we just blackmail people. Like, remember that video from Tsukiji's and a while ago? Yeah, that's gonna cost you about 2 G's, or we're gonna post it.
That's the only way I make money. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything bad. I do have crazy footage though. and our journeys and adventure of our club life. It's cool that
So that's
has
how you
been
got into this
documented.
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you started in this industry when you were about 17, right? Like I would give you the clips and you would edit them until you could finally come and film them yourself.
Yeah, basically. Shoot, I met you at the Inokia store. You're working there. And,
Oh yeah,
me and
shout out to
my,
Inokia.
yeah, me and my dad, well, my dad with Tiny TV always had sponsors and a lot of clothing sponsors and stuff. And we lived in Kaneohe. I went to King Intermediate and I wanted a clothing sponsor. And my favorite brand was Inokia. So I just shot for the stars and asked my dad, I was like, hey, I don't care.
That's funny you say shooting for the stars is Inokia. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, at the time, it was like the coolest,
hey, we were doing
store.
good at the time. We were doing good at the time.
And even honestly, I supported Inokia before it was like got as popular as it did. Like, everybody knew that from the start because I would promote it like everybody would call my dad Slush Puppy or like says Slush Puppy out loud when they see him or something. Like people would do that for me with I don't care. Yeah, and he would push it and people knew him as that. So like at school and stuff, like high school, like people knew me as I don't care. Like it was cool. But yeah, anyway, that's how I met you with the clothing store. I did a commercial for you guys and then you like video.
Do you know how that actually turned out? Like I'll tell you the story. Okay, so BJ Penn hit us up because he was gonna do a web release. Like he's launching his website, and he wanted footage of people in the club saying bjpenn.com, and we put up banners and stuff. So his deal was if we did that for him, he would showcase our videos on the front of his page. So at the time, I didn't know how to video edit, so I told Chris, go learn how to video edit. So Chris is our partner. He's like, what do you mean go learn how? I'm like, bro, you gotta learn by tomorrow because we're gonna do this. And BJ gave us the flip cam. So I'm like, okay, learn how to, and he's like, bro, there is no way I'm gonna learn this. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? iMovie, just do it. Like, and he's like, bro, I cannot learn this. So I'm like, I don't know anybody that does video. And then I'm like, wait a second. I know this high school kid, Tiny Tadani's son, and it was you. And I'm like, okay, Taylor, we're gonna film in the club. And I'm gonna give you all the clips and just put it together. And then you're just like, bro, this sucks. Like, can you get me in the club because I want to shoot the footage?
Honestly, the footage sucked. Yeah. I wasn't bummed out. I wasn't in the club yet or anything, but the footage that Chris got and whoever was holding the camera was disgraceful, and I couldn't wait to get in there. That was cool because that was an opportunity. I was like, oh shoot, I can edit something and it's on bjpenn.com or like okay, and like that's how it started.
Yeah, and then
I remember 18th birthday.
Yeah. Sure. Well, you remember your pass? Your pass?
Yeah, I had to make a custom fake HAPA Boy Productions. We laminated it. Yeah. And I wore it. And it worked. Security fell for it.
Yeah. It looked legit.
Hey, but we gotta let everybody know through the 3 years from the start of my 18th birthday when I went to the club to my 21st.
Cirque, right?
Yeah, through my 21st, I never drank at an AGN event. I never sipped a thing of alcohol.
You're 100% correct. Like, and I know why, because I put our company's name on the line. Like every single venue that we were asked to promote at during our meeting, like in our contract, I would always bring up, okay, if you guys want us in your club and want us to rage it out, I have one big stipulation. I have this 18-year-old kid who's gonna do our video, and he won't drink, and nobody would believe. Yeah, if we catch him drinking, that's it. Like, I mean, they would give you shit too. You know what I mean? It's like they would give
for
you
3 years.
but
For 3 years,
yep.
every club we went to, they would watch me like a fucking hawk, bruh. Like, the security never trust. Like, and the cool part is, like, after like the time and stuff and getting to know. And what's funny is I ended up playing semi-pro football with a lot of these security.
I remember that. Yeah.
So with that, and then gaining their trust over the years of me not drinking and them not having to worry about me in the club, like, built a really good and solid relationship with a lot of the Hawaii security. And it's like, bruh, I love all of them, bruh. There's like, it's the guys that look after you, you know what I mean? And
the security.
They should be treated like just as great as us, you know what I mean? And there's clubs that don't do that, but I know that wherever we went, bro, like we developed a great relationship with our security. I mean, everyone's saving our ass, you know what I mean? Like, and also sometimes we saved theirs, but
true.
It's like,
and we go to the green stairs with them and stuff. It's like, it's all good. They become our friends, you know what I mean? Like, plus
everywhere we went, bro, every club we went, every event, like, throughout 10 years. It's been 10 years we're talking about.
I know. I got something to say about that later on.
A lot of relationships built, man, and I'm so thankful for it too. Like, I mean, from the bars to the restaurants that we turned into clubs to we did a lot. And not only security, like, we built a lot of great relationships throughout the night industry. Friends. And thankful for those.
Well, just look at Rock Bottom. Like, we've never met Edo, who owns it, and like Big Taylor hooked it up, the meeting with Chris, and we went and sat down with him, and we sat down with him for maybe like an hour and had a couple of shots with him, and it just clicked. And now, like, that's one of our best friends, and we've done his bar longer than we did any other event. And honestly, when this thing opens back up, we're gonna do it again. You know what I mean? It's like those relationships.
Right. No one's ran a weekly event for as long as we did. 7 or 8 years. 7, 8 years. Yeah.
Slice.
Every Tuesday for 7, 8 years. Oh.
That's a long one, man.
Yeah.
Definitely not easy. Fun though.
A lot of lessons.
Like you said, you were in the club industry for how long? 10 years? Because your birthday's coming up, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually my birthday coming up. That'll make exactly. Will that make 18? Yeah, that'll be exactly 12 years in the industry.
So that make you 30.
Yep.
You're gonna be 30.
30 years old.
Bro, that's like for me, that has blown my mind, bro. Like, you were the little boy at the I Don't Care store, and to see the person you've become since then just blows my mind. It's like the person you were back then to the person you are now, and I got to watch that growth every single day, every single week. And I seen you, bro. It's like sometimes I just want to call you up and be like, bro, you gotta drop boy, because you're a fucking man now. Like, you've been a man. Like, you can't be HAPA boy anymore. Like, the stuffs I seen you do, and the gains, and the relationships you've developed, and the person you've become, is like watching my little brother grow up. And like, to this day, I learn just as much from you that you have ever learned from me. And it's a trip. It's so gratifying, bro. Like, it's so different than any other relationship I had with friends. I got to watch you develop. Most times I'm developing with my friends, you know what I mean? But I met you when you were at a young age, and bro, it's a trip, dude. It's like, I'm calling you for advice. I'm calling you for like, oh, how do I do this? Or like, back then you used to call me for that. And then I'll get mad at you and it would ruin your day. You'd come visit me at work and be like, I'm so sorry. Like, and it's like, bro, that's where I always say, like, the loyalty part, bro. I was like, there's nobody that will understand that unless they know you. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, there's no way they're gonna understand that kind of loyalty. But it's true, bro. You're turning freaking 30, bro. That. I remember your 21st birthday in Vegas. Like, you remember that when you actually could drink?
Yeah, that was. Hey, thanks, man, for that. And my 21st birthday. That's pretty much the start of the ruckus, bruh. Like, I mean, so just to make it a little short story for everybody, my 21st birthday, me, some of my family, my mom and my dad, my uncle, auntie, and a few family members, and my best friends were coming along to Vegas. So I was like, oh, cool. And I think it was only
that's right. Your dad then was
couple
there
of my
too.
friends.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it was you and Chris and Tyson
Edo.
and Yams.
Edo was there.
No, so I was bringing him up last because you guys didn't tell me about Edo. So
yeah,
that, like, just to have everyone show up right when we had everybody gather in the lobby of the hotel, and like it was about to be my birthday night that night. We were getting ready. We had our like suits and ties, and look who comes around the corner, Edo. Oh, like, right.
And he's like 6'4", like.
Yeah, it's like you can't hide that guy, but he, like, oh, it was awesome. Like, just to no one, I feel like no one will have that kind of opportunity, or no one really has that opportunity usually to have their family and their like best friends all in one place for that type of occasion. And like, bro, I'll never forget that week.
Me neither.
it was a crazy one, man. Like, it was it was like the movie without Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it was Hangover. I mean, I remember you falling over a table. I had someone break a bottle, was gonna stab me with it. You remember that? Oh,
I have a picture on the top of the lion on MGM. I don't know how.
Hey, you were the king that day. 21 VIP. Where were we at, Mark? We were with Vegas Dave at his table, huh? Like, we were just like,
that was at the after. But, I mean, shout out to Brian.
Brian and Pono.
Kid, and Pono, and the crew in Vegas. They always take care of us. Shout out to them. Like, I miss those guys. They're always doing their thing, and
they took it to the next level, huh?
Bro. Yeah, like, that was. I couldn't ask for more for a 21st birthday, bro. That was, again, start of the ruckus, and come back home, and I'm of age for all of this.
Oh yeah,
industry thing.
I feel like you handled it well, because I remember like talking to like Hanson or Chris and was like, okay, Taylor's turning 21. This could go either way. Like, honestly, like, being a promoter in a nightclub, it does come with a lot of clout, a lot of attention. You do like meet a lot of girls, and it easily can get to somebody's head. Easily. I've seen it happen to many people. Like, you've seen it happen.
Yeah,
but
it's
you always did your thing. Like, you always did what you had to do. You always didn't cross the line. It never went to your head. And it was cool to see, like, honestly. But I did feel at the time like this could go either way. Like, alcohol changes some dynamics when you're in the club. Like,
yeah, for
as
sure.
for all of us, you know what I mean? Like, we had our nights.
I think it was, I mean, for the most of Artist Group Network, it was you, me, and Chris. So like, us as a solid team and trio, like, that was something to like be loyal for, you know what I mean? And like, not fuck up and choose something else over you guys, you know what I mean? Like, that's an easy decision. So I mean, not every night was perfect, but I made mistakes also, but I learned
I
from
made
them. You know what I mean?
mistakes.
And like, it wasn't like bad mistakes where it's like, you did what? You're done. Like, it's like, okay, now we can fix this and work with it. You know what I mean? But like you said, there's people out there who can't handle this life like at all. Like, it goes straight to their head.
We've seen it.
Yeah, it's like a poison for people. It's so weird to have, for someone to all of a sudden have kind of like power, I guess, and and clout, and in the club or at an event, so people act a certain way towards you because you're that person. You can get them a free drink, or you can get them in for free, or whatever the freaking case is, but people will like you extra, will, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's how it is. And you can either be professional and like shake their hand and thank them for coming and move on to the next, or you can like eat it all up and tell everybody you're the man and like all of this. Like, bruh, that's not the way to do it. And I mean, like you 100%. Said, we've seen it countless times. And one I always tell people, and something I live by, is what that I got from you is, you don't have to tell people you're the man. And like, it makes so much sense to me, because all that hard work, just like your podcast, like all your hard work you put in and stuff, like no one knows about the behind the scenes and the determination and work put behind it. So like, for you to be like, oh, my podcast is the best, all of this before, like, right when you have your podcast, like, you wouldn't do that at the club and say like, oh, I'm the man. I'm the man. I did this. Like, so I never want to sound like that or anything. So I always let my work and actions speak for themselves because of that quote.
But I think the difference is like with you and like with Chris and myself is like, we never got in this industry to be popular, to be the man or whatever. It was always like, oh, we're going to do events with our friends. And everything else that came with it, that was still the key. Like, I mean, you used to come to my house every Friday, and we'd do events, and we'd just hang out and cruise until Sunday, till the last football game was done, and you'd go home. You know what I mean? And that was for months. You know what I mean? It's like, that's to me was what was promoting. It wasn't being in the club, meeting people and being like the man, or like, oh, that's the popular guy or whatever. Granted, we did become popular. You turned this whole promotion thing into a DJ, and that just went to the moon. But it's like, even you DJing, you're not DJing to be the man. You're DJing to make people have fun. So that mindset already changes the dynamic of what most people get in the industry for. I'm gonna be a promoter or a DJ. I'm gonna hook up with all these hot chicks, and this is gonna be my life, and I'm gonna be the man. Like, no, I'm gonna cruise with my friends, and we're gonna have some fun and like throw ragers. Like, I'm gonna be a DJ and make everybody listen to me play music, and they're gonna dance and have a fun night. But then now you're the man and you don't even care. You know what I mean? It's like, and like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I knew you had something when you first started DJing. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but like when we had me and Chris had this store, Ecosystems, at Waikele, and it was like a little kiosk, but you could walk in it. And we had Black Friday at Waikele. If anybody's been there, it's crazy packed. Like, it's the most packed that you'll, like, Waikele, Black Friday is crazy. Starts at midnight back then. Now it's at like 6 o'clock. But you wanted to DJ on the outside. So we're like, okay, go ahead. And this was when you first started DJing. Like, I think you bought like your turntables or whatever. Like,
I just got my equipment.
Yeah. and like, so we're in the store selling our clothes, and you're outside DJing. and we just opened up and we got bum rushed. Like everybody came into our store and bought some shirts. So we're like, okay, we gotta close this thing up for like a bunch of time and restock everything. But we can't do it if people coming in. So I'm like, okay, just play music, and we closed all the doors. It's like a kiosk. So when we close the doors, we can't see outside. So me and Chris are folding shirts or whatever, and bruh, I shit you not, I opened that door, and there's a circle around you, packed. And then there's b-boys dancing on the floor. There's girls dancing, and I'm just like, what is going on? I go in the store. I'm like, bruh, Taylor just got this place raging out here. And we open the door, and it's like a big party. I'm like, bruh, it's in the middle of Black Friday. Everybody stop what they're doing to party in front of you. And I'm like, bro, I think this is Taylor's thing, dude. Like he got that magic. Like, DJs can play music, but they don't have magic. You had that magic, and that was like, you were just starting out, and it was like, oh, bro, that's when I knew, like, oh, this is your thing, bro. This is what's, yeah. It was. I wish
that was
we
a crazy
filmed
moment.
that, dude.
I think there's a picture somewhere. I think, I don't know.
That'd be worth some money.
That yeah, those Waikele things, I considered them as gigs. Even before the Black Friday, I would basically steal my dad's car for the weekend. Pack up my DJ.
Lock the keys
shit,
in them.
pack my DJ shit. Drive to Waikele, meet Chris at the store. 5 or some point in the daytime every Friday, and just play music out in the open, like for shoppers and stuff. And like, that was just for me to practice and kind of get my name out. I already had business cards and mixes to give to people. Like, all that grinding and stuff, like, is not something a DJ wants to do when they start anymore. You know what I mean? Or like thinks is a part of the process, which is kind of sad, because a lot of good DJs, like, wow, they have crazy, awesome backstories of how they got started, their journey, all of this. And then nowadays you ask a DJ, like, oh yeah, oh, so how long you been DJing? Or, oh, I just got my controller and my laptop, and you know, like, it's oh, okay. And it's like, oh, like, the worst is when we're DJing in the club and we're switching out with a guest DJ, and they're supposed to be awesome and amazing. The club is paying them so much, and like, we're changing out, and I ask them, oh, grab your vinyl, and then they're like, what? Grab your vinyl? And, what is that? I'm like, what? Like, you don't know what vinyl is? Like, and yeah, they bust out their separate. They bust out their separate controller to plug into the mixer of the turntables and all that, and it's just like, brah, you don't want to be that guy, you know? Like, it's good if you're gonna be a DJ, like, kind of know how to do DJ things.
The roots. yeah, that makes sense. Well, like, for you, I always bring it up, is like, you probably had it harder than any other DJ, being that we ran all the nightclubs. Like, to put you over, it'll just come out like, oh, Thad's just hooking up his boy. Oh, how come Taylor's getting a gig? He just hooking up. He's best friends with Thad, and Thad'll just. So I made it a point where I'm not giving you these extra little gigs, and like, you earn every little playing second that you had. And it wasn't like you were a junk DJ. I just knew people's mind frame was going to be negative just because you were like working with us, and like, oh, Taylor's only a DJ because Thad puts him on. But no, like, so it became where it's like, we'll have you jump on like little spots here and there, and then like, you just built it and built it and built it, and then you were like starting to enter competitions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That turning point.
that's when it's like,
competitions is
bruh,
what
yeah.
set me apart from like other DJs taking me seriously and stuff. The kind of eye opening, like, oh shit, he like actually is doing stuff, like actually DJing, like, oh. And yeah, the DJ competitions, man, that's definitely a huge piece of the DJing journey.
But I remember that the first Mai Tai battles, like you called me up and like, hey, Dad, I'm gonna do this Mai Tai battle for DJs. I wanna just try. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, you wanna
yeah, so
try
I
it?
want to try it. Yeah, I was gonna try it.
And I was like, bruh, don't try it, bruh. You gotta go in there and win it. Like, your mindset gotta be, you're gonna win this thing. And bruh, like, you went in there with that mindset, and bro, like, you killed it. Like, it was like everybody knew you won. Like, every single person there knew that you won, and you won. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you won multiple contests, and then now it's like, okay, now the world is telling me he's a good DJ. Now I can put him on anything, and he can get the money that he deserves. You know what I mean? And nobody can say nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was where now you know your worth, because you built your cred. And like,
yeah,
now when you get a gig, like, you can't get paid what these guys are getting paid. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. They never put in the work you did. Plus, dude, they don't have the same talent. You know what I mean? Like, being a DJ isn't easy.
God forbid, man. If there's if there's a DJ that like get action and they didn't have to do all of that, but they can put on a show and have the skills, like, right on. But when you see these managers and owners like hire certain DJs because it's cheaper, or like for $100, like, oh man, it's hard to watch and listen sometimes. So I'm thankful for having the opportunity to even go through the DJ process and journey and learn and go through the ups and downs of gigs. And like, I did fucking choke gigs without getting paid. Like, choke.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't make money doing it. I was freaking trying to get my name out there and show people.
I would say the first 3 years, bro. The first 3 years.
It was rough.
Maybe more.
Once it kicked in, like, and I gained that that value and showed the skills and all that, like, man, it got serious, and DJ took me all over the freaking world. I'm so stoked. Yeah. Like, no one has that opportunity like that, to travel the world on the DJ's expense. Like, I'm so blessed, and I pray I can continue to do it after this.
It'll happen, man. Like, I mean, you're already doing Twitch, like that is all you can do at the moment. But right, your doors are always, right, come on, the way you've done your whole DJ career, you always find a way. So I ain't worried. You know what I mean? Like, it'll happen. As long as you believe in yourself, which you always have been. It's like, honestly, like, you have that mindset, and that's kind of something that I've lost, that I'm just regaining back, is I don't care. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find out how to do it, and I'm going to do it. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to figure out how it will work. You know what I mean? You can, what is the saying? You can, the guy who made the light bulb, he had to find a million ways that it didn't work. All he had to do is find the one way it will work. And that's what you got to do. Just find the one way it will work. And like, you're already turning Twitch into like some weird platform that last year didn't exist, especially like for your people that watch it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's now it's like a whole new world that you're DJing in, and you're developing, and you're pretty much promoting a virtual party show. You know what I mean? And it's pretty cool to see. Like, I have fun watching it, except when you're talking shit about the Niners.
Hey, go Eagles, baby. Go Birds, fly, fly. What a game. We won't talk.
I'm like all depressed and pissed. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go watch Taylor DJ, and then he plays a fucking 49er Kittle video. I'm just like, really? This is what I gotta watch.
Oh man, yeah.
It's all good. I was gonna take. What is that?
I know. I love football and the camaraderie, man. All our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad football is happening.
Oh, trust me, bro. I wouldn't mind this pandemic kind of putting it on pause for maybe like a month so that my team can heal because we're all injured, and then restart it up again. Let it ride. Yeah, you say that now because you guys just won, but
I mean, shoot, we need a month too, so I'm down.
Yeah. Right, you know what's crazy? You're gonna trip on this, bro. I just found this out like a couple of days ago, and it's gonna age us. But, bro, you know Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, the first album.
Oh no.
They're having their 20th anniversary of that album dropping in October. 20 years, bro.
Wow. That's crazy.
I was thinking, I remember listening to the first time hearing it and just tripping like 20 years ago.
It's crazy that you bring that up. I just reconnected it with an old friend on IG from grade school. He was like pretty much my only friend that lived on my like road in Kona and Big Island. Like, if you live on a road, bro, like good luck finding friends. Like, but this brother was he was super cool, and he was into surfing and sports and all stuff like me, so we got along. Stephen John Lane, what's up, and happy early birthday, shout out to him. But I bring it up because when the album came out, I remember that's what we were listening to, Hybrid.
Linkin so you were
Park.
10.
Yes.
Right, that's a trip. I mean, like for me, like that was one of my favorite bands, and it like Linkin Park music always helps people in different ways, like just like how like any music does, you know what I mean? Like it resonates with, and it becomes like a part of your story, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I remember that song. That was when I was doing this. It becomes a soundtrack to your life at that time frame. So for me to like see that it's 20 years old, it just kind of was like, raw. That's crazy. Like that's 20 years ago this thing dropped. Like, and then like me and you, like I remember you playing the piano in my Eva house of the In the End song, and it's like, bro, like all that music just been around for that long, and it still is listened to now. Like I'm thinking like the music now, will that resonate 20 years from now? Like, do you think the music now that you hear now on the radio and stuff like that, you think it will last that long? Because I seen you play music that I used to listen to in high school, and you weren't even like
I thought
in that time frame. Yeah, it's like I'm like, you'll DJ, and I'm like run up to the booth and be like, how do you even know that song? Like, how do you know this song? You weren't even around. And it's like that kind of music lasts for generations. Do you think the music now will last like that, or like mumble rap and all that? It's like it's disappointing to see the music that comes out now.
Yeah, I think there'll be certain songs that kind of stick out, but for the majority of like the past couple years, like let's go back a little bit back. Bruno Mars, when he like launched his new album and stuff like that kind of music, that's gonna go a long ways. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson, and like, wow, that music is forever. But like stuff like WAP and all this other like stuff, like, bro, these are all trends and just not good music. You know what I mean? Like that's not stuff you want your kids to listen to at all, or like just to have playing on the radio. Like it just doesn't sound good, like with all the gaps because of the stuff they're saying. It's like, that's just an example, but I feel like there are certain type of artists and music that's coming out that will last like some other legendary music, but it's, to answer your question, I feel it's more scarce than usual for sure these last couple of years.
That's true. And like I talked to you about it like recently, and it's like the way people hear things could be different. You know what I mean? Like for me, like I was talking to one of my friends that raps, and he was like telling me about his music, and it's like, I wish I could hear music the way you hear it. Or like for Taylor, like for you, it's like the way a DJ who engulfs their whole life in music, when you hear a song on the radio or you hear something, like I wish I could hear it the way you hear it. You know what I mean? Like as a like when I used to compete in martial arts, the way I view fights will be different than someone who doesn't. So I'm thinking like that would be the same kind of concept. Like the way you listen to music is different than the way I hear it. And like I told you before, is like we could be having a shot at the bar, and we're talking or whatever, and you just stop, and you're like, what is that? Bust out your phone and you're shazamming the song, and it's like you're always in tune to the music, and it's like that's something that I'll never be able to enjoy. Like I won't enjoy music the way you enjoy music. You know what I mean? Like I'll like it. It's just a different level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to understand that, but I wouldn't mind like jumping in your ears one time. You know what I mean? Like
I think
song.
I think the idea is cool, but at the same time, I think it's a good and evil thing, because now when I listen to music, it's not just my DJing. Like first it's like Taylor listen, like hears it, and it's like it's either like yes or no, like I like it or not. And then my DJing like brain hears it, it's like, oh, I don't like it, or I like it, but oh, that hi-hat or like that melody is dope. That's cool. Okay, that sounds like another song I know. Oh, I could probably mix that into that. Oh, okay. All right. And then like the producer side is hearing it. And then I'm hearing like each hi-hat and the snare and when the bass is kicking and all of this. So like I have all these processes for just this one song I'm trying to listen to. So sometimes I don't even enjoy the track the first time I listen to it.
You're dissecting it.
Yeah. Because I thought like, I thought about it after we talked about it, and like, yeah, I'm totally going through these, like in nanoseconds, I'm making these decisions and if I like the song or not, and then
maybe I don't want to hear music like how you hear it.
So that's what I mean. I feel like it's a good and evil thing. So like you would think you'd be enjoying it, but brah, it's like sometimes I'm a robot with it, you know what I mean? But I feel it just takes me like I have to listen to a song more than once, like if I like it, so I get used to it and I can adapt with the song. And even songs I don't like that, I think that's what gives me a bit of an advantage in playing in nightclubs and events and stuff. Like I'll play a song I don't like if I know it's gonna rock that crowd do and make them feel good. Like I'm down. I mean, like I'll even lip sync it with you guys. I'll sing it. All right, yeah, like it's for them. Like when I'm DJing, I'm performing for the crowd, like entertainment. I want the vibes to be good. Like I don't care about my own stuff at the time, my own feelings or thoughts about a song.
Oh, that's cool. That makes sense. I guess so, because I know like there's some songs that you don't like that you know will pop or like people like, and it's like, but you play any kind of stuff too. Like you'll throw Will Smith, Fresh Prince in the theme song in the middle of a set. You know what I mean? It's like you're working it.
It's all about
we've
the
been
crowd.
going for a while, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so what?
it's fun.
Wait, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's fun doing it, you know?
Yeah, it becomes like what do they say? If you love your job, you don't work a day in your life.
Basically, what's been happening. Thankful.
But you're producing music too now. like, which I've been always wanting to, like, I always tell you, bro, you got to make your own music. And you drop a couple of tracks and this, like, you made my intro song. Like, everybody should, like, the song that's in the beginning and ending of the podcast you made for me. And then it's pretty cool. Like, I think it's super dope. But you've been producing, right? You dropped some music.
I have been working that craft into my life. The beginning of the year, like before pandemic and stuff, I had a good ball rolling of my production side and the music. But after the pandemic hit and stuff, I really haven't been on it as much as I'd like to. But I have a vision for the music production side I want to do and accomplish. So I'm gonna make sure that gets done at some point. But yeah, I've just been kind of busy with the new things going on.
Well, that'll be something to look forward to for sure. Like, dropping real music that you made. That like, guarantee you'll be stoked to play that in the club.
Yeah, it feels good to like create something like that, and I am blessed to have the type of friends and the amount of type of friends I have in the music industry. Talented buggers, I tell you. That are willing to help and answer questions and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't have that at their fingertips and hands to text someone for an answer like that from a professional. So I am gonna take advantage of that, you know, and learn and get some things done with that. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's Hey man, like, iron sharpens the iron, and like, you help them, they help you. It's kind of crazy to see. Like, I know who you work with. I know the people that help you out, and bro, they're just as stoked for you when you drop your stuff. And it's cool to see people helping each other for like something cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got music videos and stuff. Like I'll do my best if film a music video. You know, like that opened opportunities for me in some ways. So, I'm stoked to have those type of relationships to build off of.
Well, I'll be always down to promote it.
Yeah, we're rocking.
All right, man. Well, let's see. We've been going for a while. I think it's time for us to ask our question of the podcast. Where's John? He got the question. Where'd he go?
Oh, question of the day.
Question of the day.
Let me look at the text. Shit.
Oh, it's question of the week, huh? Question of the week.
Oh yeah, question of the week.
Yeah.
Question of the week. What's it gonna be this week?
What is it? Oh. What's your three favorite club events you promoted in all the years like y'all been doing this?
Oh man.
You wanna go first?
So many stories, huh?
Shit. Why didn't I get that text? Nah. Yeah, I feel like, since you know that your answer, you can go first.
So I gotta go first. Okay, top 3 club events that I promoted at, I would say number 1 would probably be, I would say, the W. So the first event I ever did in Artist Group Network was at the W Hotel, and we turned it into a nightclub with the old school agent guys with Ronnie and Peter. And that was when I was just a promoter. I didn't have to deal with any of the business side. I just got people to the club so I could go there and just reign free and have fun and talk to people and drink and do that kind of stuff. I didn't worry about any of the business. I didn't worry about who's doing what. It was just get people to the club and party with them. And it was my first event as a full partner, and I liked that venue. The venue was sexy. And it had 2 rooms, so I could hide or like run away, and like it was cool. So that'd be my first one. The second one, I would say my second favorite event that I did was probably, if people remember, Recess. And Recess was on a Wednesday night at Venus. and we turned Venus into the Mecca of sin.
Just to let people know that this is District nightclub, the old before District, before Bar 7. This is Venus
before
nightclub.
It was Venus nightclub on a Wednesday night, and we had that line on a Wednesday night at 10 o'clock all the way out Kapilani Boulevard, and it was an 18 and over party, and it was the first time I worked with Chris Meheula, and it just was so much fun. And it was one of the first events that when I became the owner of Artist Groove, it was one of my first events, and it was just fun. I met so many good people in that short time frame. And then I think my third one would be probably Oceans, when we did Oceans. So we did Oceans was a pretty long stint, right? And that was the first time we started working with Hanson guys, Level H. And that's when you started coming around. And that was when you became part of Artist Groove. So that right there was like 3 generations of clubbing or doing of an event that kind of stuck out of my mind, where like, okay, this was super cool. Oceans was super fun because the people we met and like how we turned Oceans, it was kind of dead into just a raging party for so long. And then that would be my top 3. I do have to mention one more, and this venue and this event wasn't really the most profitable for us, but it was the most fun I had, and that was Fix. The Fix nightclub we did there on Fridays, right? Like, to me, we didn't make a ton of money there. And for me, it was right when I became single again. And it was, the owner is one of my close friends, Mikey. Working with Mikey was like, I wish Mikey owned every club that we ever worked at. We'd probably be rich, and it would be fun. But
I mean, we got treated fairly and taken care of, like how promoters supposed to be.
Yeah, and he let us get away with whatever we wanted to. But yeah, so that would be an honorable mention. Like, money wise, we didn't make the most, but that was such a fun event that we did. And First Fridays there was just like super good fun. Like that. So that would be my top 3 with 1 honorable mention.
Okay. Shoot. My first one, I think, would have to be, you already mentioned it, Oceans nightclub. That, I think, the things that happened and the learning process I got from that just was the focal point of what I realized what the industry is all about, and if I could handle it or not. And man,
you turned 21 while we were doing that, right?
Yeah, because I remember cheersing New Year's with what was his name, the white manager guy who, like, he was cool with us in the
Jerry?
end.
Yeah, Jerry. I think his name was Jerry.
I remember I was underage, and I went to hold it up like that, and then he's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Man, you know I ain't gonna drink this," and I put it down.
I remember that.
I think that was I turned 21 through that process. So that club was insane, and I got a lot of crazy footage from that. And that was the same time I learned, or not learned. I kind of made the decision. I wanted to DJ because I had the opportunity to be behind all the DJs because I was filming. I'd make that the excuse, like, oh, I'm filming the DJ, but I'd sit back there for the whole hour just watching them do their thing, you know?
I remember that.
Like, DJ Technique. Oh man, there's a bunch. DJ Edit. DJ Betty. There were so many DJs that came through at Oceans that I got to watch. And there's DJs that came through that I like. You want to learn what not to do. You know what I mean? Like, I had that cool opportunity to see that and soak it in. And that was at Ocean's event. So that'd be club number 1. Sorry that took so long. Right. And then number 2.
No, that makes sense.
My second event would probably be, I was just thinking of it. Passport.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That
concept was pretty dope.
An amazing event for all of us because no one was doing that concept of. So basically, we teamed up with Level H and I think No Way Out Entertainment, and we were doing this event called Passport, which every week, I forget which day, Friday, every Friday of the week.
Yep, Friday.
Excuse me. We would change the venue. So it would be at Chai's. We would do one, Aloha Tower Chai's. The next week we would be downtown Spada.
Oh yeah, I remember Spada.
Like, I think we did one. Oh man, it was changing so often, and we had a good select 4 that we had throughout the month. But we would do a guest X spot event at a. These are locations. Yeah, locations that you would never think you'd party at, and that was a vibe and ambiance that we experienced that we got to give people, and that was hella fun, man. Like we put a rodeo bull in Chai's.
Yeah,
and like
that's right.
Like, we did some crazy stuff, man. And
Passport was definitely a good one. Yeah,
that was a good concept. There was a waterfall, like there was an open event. Like we did awesome things with that. So Passport would be my second one.
All right.
And I think my third event, not a nightclub, but it would be Rock Bottom. That was kind of a big piece of our networking through the second half of our promotions because it was the younger crowd. It was that college scene, and it helped me kind of develop my promotion skills being in the midst of that. And then we got into beer pong. We started the Slice Tuesdays beer pong. That's
right.
I mean, we set the tone.
I want to change my answer now.
We're the only company we're the only place event that had beer pong tournament, like a legit one. You could win cash prizes, and it was controlled. We had everything legit. Like we didn't have one over drinking issue or underage drinking. We had awesome security there handling it. Slice Tuesdays beer pong event was by far the most fun, I think.
You're right. That's probably I wish we could name all 5 or like.
It's at home. Yeah. It's like that's our home bar for us.
Yeah, that's our clubhouse. Yeah, you're right.
And shout out to Edo, Rock Bottom crew. There's a lot of
props to Rock Bottom.
Went by, and thankful for all you guys who helped it make it as successful as it did for as long as it did. That was awesome. Yeah. And my honorable mention is Shipwreck Sundays.
Oh shit!
I
forgot about that.
For me, it was that
was crazy.
It was kind of my first event that I brought up to the group, or you know what I mean, to Artistry Network that I had control over and whatnot, and you gave me the ropes pretty much and let me run it, and I had fun building that event with you and creating. I mean,
that was your baby. That was you took the reins on that one.
Shipwreck Sunday.
That was a bunch of sin too. To Shipwreck Sunday.
Once a month. You know what I mean? And there was about 50 people, and I DJ, and we'd be on a boat. I had Ahi Assassin sponsoring it, so we'd have fresh poke, like awesome grinds for everybody, free for them. That was included with their ticket, and we had free alcohol included. We made jungle juice for everybody. Like,
that was fun. We should do that again.
Awesome
we should do
events, that. Man. Yeah, gets me hyped thinking about all the cool shit we did. It's really accomplishments, and we should be proud of it because no one can pull that off these days anymore.
You're right.
In that style.
And I was talking to Chris about it too. It's like the life that we have lived in our life is like definitely not normal. Like we did a lot of fun stuff and we got to experience a lot of different things that most people wouldn't. And I mean, I think for our personalities, I think it had to be that way, because there's no way you or myself could work a 9 to 5 and that was it. That'll be it. You know what I mean? Like, we had to be an outlier, and I mean, we still are. Like, we still changing up. I'm trying to do this podcast thing, and we're still making moves, and like, they may not all work, but we moving, and one will. You know what I mean? It's like, as long as we're moving, it's always a spark of hope and a dream, bro. That's all you need. But you need the work to put into it, and it's been super fun. Well, I got a bunch of people I gotta thank, only because this is the first episode, and I have a list of people I gotta thank. So first off, I want to thank Defend Hawaii. They've been sponsoring myself and our Artist Group Network, and they're sponsoring this podcast. Chris Meheula, who was part of Artist Group Network for many years, and like one of our other best friends. Shout out to them.
Love you, Chris.
Yeah. Hawaii Elite MMA. Charles, probably the best MMA gym in Hawaii. He has multiple fighters on Bellator and UFC. He's always he get all the killers on his club, and he's been doing it. Like, his story is crazy too. Like, I gotta get him on this thing. Hardcore Nutrition, Peter and Suzanne, they have their nutrition store in Aiea, and they're always showing love and support. Environmental Roofing Solutions, Ronnie, Frank, and Shan. Ronnie's been my mentor. He's the one who brought me into this industry. So yeah, shout out to them. Also, shout out to Hawaii Detail Garage. Oh yeah, we'll shout that out too. Don't worry, I got it. Hawaii Detail Garage. Shout out to Kaika, who's been sponsoring my my cancer research. So I work at the Cancer Research Center. He's been sponsoring us with PPE and sanitizers and stuff. So that's cool. Level V, our boy Hanson from Level H and Hawaii Events Unlimited. Hanson's been making local vegan plates, and I know you tried it. And, brah, how's that portobello mushroom katsu?
Yeah.
Like, every episode I probably talk about it, bro. Yeah, he's doing it, bro. Yep.
I think he's got the katsu plate, the stew, and
loco
moco.
All vegan, and it's all vegan. And we're not vegan, but it's good food is good food, no matter how you look at it.
I definitely. So I mean, I've watched documentaries and all that about being vegan and everything, and I don't want to get into it, but I can just say that I proudly add vegan meals into my diet, like, throughout the week. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not a straight vegan, or I don't really plan to be, but I do want to incorporate vegan meals throughout my my eating cycle. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to
your eating cycle.
Yeah, like, you just gotta keep it different in my eyes, and I feel healthy and good when I, like, don't pound meat all the time. So yeah, shout out to Level V, man. Hanson, awesome Ono food, bro.
Yep, Hanson's doing the thing. Also, Windward CBD and Tin Spike-Hoa, my friend Koa, he owns Windward CBD and, like, in Kaneohe, and it's a CBD store, and he's changing the way people think about taking meds. And it's like, right, you don't have to take all that painkillers and put all that chemicals in your body. And he's doing an alternative route to it, and people are it's something that people should look into. He also owns a tint shop that, right, I get all my vehicles tinted from him. Also, shout out to I Don't Care Mark. I Don't Care was one of the first brand clothing that I work with, and I manage the store in Winter Mall for him. And when I told him about this podcast, the support I got from him was pretty like, it made me feel something, because, like, he usually doesn't talk about feelings and stuff and that kind of stuff, and, like, he sent me some a text that I screenshot and I still have it that meant a lot to me. So shout out to him and I Don't Care Clothing. What else? Oh, Madhouse Podcast. Skylar Craw, you were on it. I asked him. I asked a bunch of local for how to do this, and he was the only one that helped me. So he's the one that like put me on the path and gave me direction. And yeah, if anybody out there wants to listen to a local podcast, Madhouse, and he has a episode on there where he's getting interviewed, and that was pretty cool. And you were on there. You should listen to that one too.
I actually just listened to today, so I liked it as well.
So then, let's see. That's all the your company, PSO. You wanna tell us about that real fast?
We're definitely sponsoring you now. Property Services of Hawaii. It's a renovation, residential and commercial company. We basically service any of your fixing and upgrading needs for your property and stuff. So we just started, me and Jay Kawakami from Tantric Entertainment, you know him.
Tantric Entertainment.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to Jay also. He's been doing this business in the real estate business for a while, and we got together and he gave me an opportunity to be a part of a new company and help him build a brand new company called PSOH, Property Service of Hawaii. And yeah, renovation, anything, bathroom, kitchen, your house, you need an extension, whatever you need, we'll handle it and take care of everything for you.
That's awesome. Oh, I might have to call you for that. I'm going to turn the patio into a man cave. Okay, let's see. I got a bunch of people. Like, I know this is kind of redundant, but like, I got to do it. This is my first episode and it won't happen on every episode, but I got to thank some people. First, my sister, she always supported me. Everything that I do, like, she always has my back. My daughter, like, my daughter Aria, like, when I told her I was gonna do it, like, she was so to the moon. Like, wants to be on an episode and all that. She supports me. Let's see. Sasha always supported me and gave me some good, some love and kind of supported my decisions to take this venture to reality. Of course, Donnie always give me some positive stuff. Donnie he's in level H. Let's see, Kayone, one of our friends, he's a fireman. Happy birthday to him.
Hey, happy birthday, Mo.
Yep, Big Taylor. He owns Puka Tea Meats. He's a smoked meat guy. He's selling it. So if you guys want to check him out. My cousin Lyle and Booby, I told them I was gonna do this, and the support they shown to me was pretty awesome. And Lyle's cousins, boy Jake and Mark, were on this text thread, and all the love and support they've been giving me throughout this last couple months is pretty cool. My crazy friend Jaron, he always puts it real, and like he told me this is something I should do, and he kind of gave me the balls to try it. Joseph Joe, who helped me with some of the pictures for the promotions, as well as you did, like your pictures. Who else? My boy Steven Cardonetti, who's living in Vegas. Me and him grew up together, and when I told him I was gonna do this, he got really excited, and that kind of made me feel good and put me in the right path. Gotta thank my producer, boy band John, with your expertise about the video and kind of guiding me in different ways that I thought I knew, but kind of listened to you and understood, like, this is the things that you do, and I had to kind of let you guide me the right way.
Yeah, we get him. Easy.
Yeah. Chief. I think that's it. And of course, what over the past month, you helped me the most. Like, you sparked me by putting me on the real tip. Like, I've been talking about doing a podcast for the last 5 years, and it's just been talk. It's just been bullshit. And you called me out on it. I listened to you, and you motivated me. And the way I was the past 2 years, and you knew it, I was kind of stagnant. And my life, I've been going through a routine where like I wasn't motivated. This motivated me, and you, Taylor, helping me with any little question for the website or for the promoting it and the audio stuff. Like, you're a phone call away, and you helped me a lot. But for the most part, you helped me get my fire back, and that means the most. Without that, even if I didn't do a podcast, like without that fire, I'd just be not myself. So that's probably the biggest thing. Oh, I forgot to say, New Age Auto, brother Sage and Jeremy, they own a automotive shop. They fix your cars and stuff. But yeah, and Sage is a rapper, and he kind of helped me motivate me too. But yeah, Taylor, without you putting it into perspective and coming at me real, like a friend should, you know what I mean? Like, most friends, they don't tell their friends what they need to hear. They'll tell them what they want to hear. And over this past month, it just made me realize, like, bruh, I know who's in my back, who got my back, and bruh, it's cool, and I love you for it, bruh. Like, for real.
Me too, bruh. And
like, real talk.
I want to just say I'm proud of you for freaking stepping up and making the moves, bruh. Like you said, I pretty much just called out people who like weren't doing things, you know, and you caught on to it, and I'm so happy to see you like making these kind of moves too. Like, it excites me. I'm stoked. I'm thankful. I'm the first episode. That's dope.
Yeah, it had to be, man.
I'll be interviewing you in the future. I'll get you back.
Yep.
Somehow.
For sure.
But yeah, just super proud of you, bro. Good job,
you,
and it's happening, man.
Yep, for real. And then the last thing I want to do is thank everybody that showed me love and support. Like, when I first like just posted about this or started telling people the love, support, and just people who had my back or just reposted my flyer about it is like, it just blew me away, and it felt good, bro. Like, I cannot explain. No, like, you know, people have your back, but to see it and feel it when you need it, that was super cool. Cause like, yeah, I usually don't need it, but for this one, yeah, it was cool to see, man. All right, well, let's wrap this thing up. I can tell everybody, find us on Instagram, Above the Bridge Podcast, YouTube, Above the Bridge Pod. You can email me at abovethebridgepod@gmail.com and visit us on the web at atbpod.com.
What was your website again?
atbpod.com.
Okay, yeah.
ATB, yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Taylor, for coming on here, being the first guy, the first episode. Thank you, John, for putting everything together. And guess it's a new chapter in my life that just got opened, and we'll see what happens, man. Love you guys. Love you, Taylor.
Love you too, bro. Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
All right. Everybody, live with aloha, be aloha by example, and as always, shout out to the Artist Groove Network.
Aloha.
Aloha.